Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a great day. Taking a look here at Dogecoin, seeing what's going on. It's been a big moneymaker for us here. We can see 2 billion liquidation there, all swept there with our previous long. So quick congrats to our community here. Solana long at 22%. There we go. 53% from Dogecoin in 22 hours. Heavily considering a second trade with this coin. We'll see here soon if the analysis looks good, but my speculation here is with Elon Musk supporting Trump. If President Trump wins and is reelected, we're going to see a pretty monumental movement here from Dogecoin. That's more of a fundamental thing. I don't really buy into that too much or use that as a strong motivating factor for taking a trade. It's mostly technical analysis, and from right now, we're looking at a very, very strong situation here. First of all, we're retesting our local higher here at about 17.8. And on top of that, we look at the daily time frame. This is like a pretty awesome cup and handle pattern where we can see the price action just kind of playing out pretty smooth here. Look at that nice little cup, and of course our handle is all cute and nice too there. So again, pretty good stuff here, honestly, folks. It's looking pretty solid. Likely to break out and continue higher. Once again, we may see a retest this upper range of 18 cents first, maybe to pull back and recalibrate. But the key takeaway here is we're looking pretty strong overall. And let's go ahead and see if there's anything here that's worthwhile on the back end for liquidation. It's a good foundation of understanding where things are at. So when we take a look here, we can zoom in a little bit. Obviously, we can see 18 to 18.5. There's a chunk of liquidation there. Loose ballpark, maybe 3 billion, somewhere in that range. Each one of these red candles is about $250 million roughly. So yeah, spitball, 1 to 2 billion is a low estimate there. And when we do zoom out here, we can see some shorts from previous when the price action maxed out about 18 cents. We can see some of those are still holding strong, but also some late shorts here. When we take a look here, we can see the liquidation delta has shifted there to bullish rather. It was never truly bearish, but most of the market is, and that leads me to believe that we're seeing a reversal with Bitcoin and continuation higher. Having said that though, the liquidation delta here isn't too high. It's been just steadily increasing. This is very standard, very normal for a lot of coins. And if we see that maintaining itself for too long, we may want to consider the price pulling back. But at this point here, this is good momentum leading into this overall situation, and I see nothing wrong with it. We can see our point of control and or open interest about 16 cents. If I recall correctly, that's close to where we took our long position, and looking pretty solid there here at this point. So far, so good. Okay, so again, keep in mind the patterns like cup and handles or falling wedge, rising wedge, all that stuff needs to be taken with a grain of salt. And the grain of salt that you need to take it with is a simple fact that the analysis has to back that up, okay? So we're not just going to take a trade here based on a cup and handle, but the truth is this is just kind of implying and letting us know that we're retesting a key level resistance and we're more likely to break through it and to surge higher. So let's take a look here. Simple moving averages all below the price action, generally construed as a bullish sign. Getting closer to 70 in the RSI, so we got to recognize that this 18 cent mark will be a resistance for us, and there's likelihood for the price action to pull back. However, we break through that, we could very well see a pretty significant run where the RSI is up over 70 for a few days. We'll double check smaller time frames and see how overextended we are leading into this, but generally speaking, I like buying into 70 in the RSI just because of how much momentum we have here in this nice little macro pattern, more likely to break up. We can see MACD, MACD-FU, that's what I call it, not really a technical term in the industry, but our community likes to use that term as a term of endearment for the MACD because a lot of times it's supposed to diverge and kind of tell you, hey, the shift in momentum is happening. But lately we've been getting a lot of FUs, it's basically the market makers saying, nope, not going to happen. Price goes up because, again, we saw Doge bounce off this key level support at about 14.2. Retest that level. Congrats to some folks that got in the 14 cent range. Awesome stuff. But we got in somewhere in the 16 cent range, and it's been pretty profitable ever since. Either way you look at it, everything here is truly bullish on the daily time frame. There's no real sign letting us know we want to consider a short. Keep in mind, we are just now peaking up over 70 in the RSI in the 4 hour. Last time we came above 70 in the RSI, it lasted for what? From October 28th at 5 a.m. to October 30th. It's basically 48 hours of bullish continuation. And if you take a look here, when the RSI peaked up over 70, it went from here to here. Okay. Now, I'm not saying we're going to see the same exact move, but there's definitely potential because we're breaking through that key level resistance and running for the next target, essentially. Okay, so again, a lot of this is based on Bitcoin going up, though. You got to keep that in mind. While Dogecoin is doing well for itself, it's also maintaining well because Bitcoin is going either sideways or up, right? Bitcoin dumps, I think we will see a correction from Dogecoin. You got to recognize that's a very real thing. Having said that, money flow index is above the RSI. That leads me to believe we're more likely to see further upside. It's a very strong contributing factor. We take a look at that and we combine that with everything on the hourly here, which is still confirming bullish continuation. There's no reason to short into this coin. We're in very, very good shape to continue higher. Keep in mind, we are starting to plateau a little bit here, but this is more of an ascending type of trend that is generally construed as favorable and likelihood of going up from here, okay? So again, generally speaking, this is a positive sign. It's something we want to look for. Again, Bitcoin pulls back. We're going to see that natural correction. If we are to look at the fib levels here, keep in mind 0.6 and 8, that's 16.6 to 16.5. That would be a pivot point if the price does pull back. It's a very common characteristic. In trading, we can also see local highs where the price had difficulty crossing, which should also work as a new low here, okay? So again, I'll clean up the scribbles on the chart. I'll post our playout chart here on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord if you're not familiar. I do give you kind of a consensus on what's going to happen here next. In fact, we could zoom out and kind of look for our Dogecoin. Are you ready, folks? Oh wait, that's